This is a message to my black men and black women. Never, never let any other race try to hurt your people. Never. So we must stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. As you know, I speak about herbs, root, and their magical power.
Stand up and fight.
I will be speaking about something other than herbs, root, and magical power. Let's read from the book that I have. Judgment against the government of man. I say, when a man ought young children, he maketh just laws in order to teach them discretion, justice, harmony, and consideration. But when his children attain to be men and women, man no longer holds a law over them, for they are become his equal as brothers and sisters. Even so, in ancient time, wisdom provided thee men with government and laws for different nations and people. Nevertheless, I say unto thee, O men, let the government be as a father over the people, and not as a separate master against them. But thou hast disobeyed the commandment of wisdom, the government is of one thing, and the people as another thing. That which should be one entity, thou art made into two. Now, do you see what I'm talking about? All over the world, the government is separate themselves from the people. And the people is rebelling against the government. Because the government becomes one thing and the people becomes another. So once we have that problem all over, the people is going to rebel against the government. Because the government is not governing the people and the people gone astray. Why do we have government? Government make laws to govern the people so they don't kill each other. They don't heat up all the grains. They don't heat up all the animals. And they don't heat up all the fish of the ocean. That's why we have government. And you see, government is of different people and different nation. So the people must obey their government and not other government. The people of the United States must obey the government of the United States. The people of Iran must obey the government of Iran and not obey the government of the United States or Russia or China. But what is taking place now foreign governments are interfering in the doing of Syria and causing a whole bunch of disturbance right now. The United States government said They do not negotiate with terrorists like Al Qaeda and all those type of guys that take arms up and not into the army. So if you take up arms and you're not into an army, you're civilians. Does that make any sense? There are civilian people who take up army against either their government or against the people. So those people that is in Syria or those that came in that out of Syria and take arms up to fight against the government, they call terrorists. But other countries and their government doesn't call it terrorists, because they're supporting those guys that they call terrorists to fight against the Assad regime, because they want to make a change. Who want to make a change? United States government said we need to change that government. Who give United States the authority to go and change the government of other countries? Who give the United States government power to go and change the government of Iraq? Who give them authority to go and change the government of Libya or Panama? Who gave them that authority? As I read from the book, that government is in every country to govern their people. So if the government of the United States is going into another country to set up their government and the people abandon their own government, that means something is wrong. That have nothing to do with God or the devil. That is man's ways doing things. So you are telling me that you don't like my government, so you're going to take your government into my country and change the way they are doing things. Isn't that messed up? What do you think? Is that messed up? It's like Iran. Iran have sanctions on like 30 years. Cuba maybe 40, 45. Who is putting on all these sanctions against these countries? What have they done? Do they kill people? Come on now. Who is putting sanction on the United States? You think Russia should put sanction on the United States? Or China and Russia should put sanction against the United States for what they're doing? Do you think the United States is really have not done anything wrong? The government? When you're going around and killing leaders of other countries, regardless what they do, you cannot set a plot to kill leaders of other countries. You can't do that. Because it's going to tumble down on you sooner or later. And when everything tumbles down on you, you're not going to have nobody against your back. So what I'm trying to say to the United States government right now, before you start this bullcrap, You need to take your warship out of those water and let Syria do what they're doing. Because here is the deal. If the terrorists use the poisonous gas and the Assad regime use the poisonous gas, it is the same thing. They kill the people. So it seems like no one is saying that the terrorists use the poisonous gas. They want to hold the regime accountable. And they have no evidence that the regime used it. So if the terrorists use it, nothing's going to happen. It's okay if the terrorists use it, right? Because no one is not trying to seek out, hey, if the terrorists use it, we've got to stop this guy from using it and killing these people. They're not doing that. All their mind up is basing on the regime. Hey, he's the one that used it, so we got to get rid of him. So if the terrorists use it, the Al-Qaeda, are you going to get rid of them? Opposition, are you going to get rid of them? Are you going to let it continue to use it to kill people and continue to blame the man that he's the one using it? Hello? Are you going to continue to blame the Assad regime that they are the one using the poisonous gas? It's not going to work like that. And United States is pushing his hand too far into the fire. And he's going to get burned. You must get burned if you put your hand in the fire too far. Hello? If you put your hand in the fire too far, you're going to get burned. So when you're going around trying to dig a trap, you better dig one for yourself. It's not going to work for too long. The people are waking up. The internet wake up everybody. All the dummy that was sleeping, they all wake up. There's nobody dumb anymore. If you're dumb, you're a dead man or a dead woman. The internet wake everybody up. Everybody is alive. No matter how dumb you are, in dispensation of time, the internet wake you up. So all these secrets that they have many years ago hidden in books and papers, it's all on the internet. So don't try to go around and try to eliminate these leaders of other country. Let they be themselves. Let them kill who they want to kill, as long as you're not killing your people. The people that the Assad regime is killing or the opposition, they don't belong to the United States. They belong to Syria. Let them fight to the death. You know, to the death. Let them fight and kill each other. And it will be more food for our people. Huh? It will be more food, it will be more land. So don't go in there interfere with their business. Start to blow the place up. Like what they do in Iraq, Afghanistan. Let they do their own thing and stay out of it. And that's all I'm trying to say to the government of this country. Stay out of that business of policing the whole world. You do not have the authority over nature. United States is not the authority of nature. That let the rain fall when it want to, and let the sun shine when it want to. There is a bigger authority, and United States does not control that authority. It's far away from our understanding. Nature provides everything for us, and we live in nature. And if those people want to kill each other, let they do that. Let they do that. As I said, I speak about herbs and root and magical power. I am trying to wake up the black men so the black men can understand what is taking place with these white men, limey, slimy Anglo-Saxon. They are going around like they are the leader and they are the head of nature and they are above every other body, every other people. There's no authority anymore. They're above themselves. Government is not governing the people anymore because they're a thief, they're liars, they're homosexual, they're child molesters, so they don't have time to govern the people. They're out there pleasure seeking, so they don't have time to provide for the people. Water, food, shelter, jobs. They don't have time for that. They be messing with young boys. And also, the preacher is not teaching the people anything in the church. So they and the government are the same. You see, the church is a teaching place. So when the people go there, they can get some understanding. But they're not getting no understanding. Because the preachers, they are homosexual. They're messing with boys. They're messing with little girls. And they're coming out of the closet one by one. But how long they been gay? Huh? How long these people have been gay? Now they're coming out of the closet telling you that they're gay. I don't want to hear that you've been gay, coming out of the closet. I don't want to hear that stuff. Keep it to yourself. Because I don't have authority over you. All I'm trying to say, I need my people to get some understanding of what we need to do. What do we need to do? Our people sick, filled with disease. Our woman is using all type of narcotics. Our woman is killing the baby before it's born. And they're trying to stop themselves from getting pregnant because they don't want no babies. Some of them saying they don't want no monkey babies. Some of them saying they don't want no kinky hair babies. Come on now. And the preacher is not teaching these women anything, and not teaching these men anything. And quarter of our men is in prison, and they're young boys and young girls, and they leave babies out here. So when they come out of prison, their baby is getting ready to go into prison, and the preacher is not still teaching them anything. What I'm talking about teaching, I want the preachers to start telling the people, hey, we got to have food for our people, man. And we have to have compensation for our people. Because the government is not giving our people any compensation. So we got to make it up of ourselves. What we're going to do? We got to open a trust fund. So that money can be there to plant grains, take the land from the government, buy farm equipment, house our people, and teach our people the right way of our people. The preacher is not talking about that. Do you know what the preacher is talking about? He's talking about a white man. All the black preachers talking about a white man. Could you believe that? So that's why his people is confused. The woolly men and woolly women is confused because the preacher is talking about a white man. Have you been to these black churches and see what they're doing? They're not telling the people, hey, we gotta gather up our people for either repatriate or gather up our people and teach them the real thing, the real Mackay. When last do you look on the black people? When last do you look? Just look at the black people. Their pants is all the way down. They're walking butt naked. Put it that way. Because nobody is there to teach them anything. Because we're going over the whole same garbage that's been going for a long time. This happened. I was a king. I was a queen. I'm from the queen. I'm from the king. That's the same. Oh, Jesus was a black man. But they're not saying that, none of that. So the people still confused. It's a balance. It's like a scale. They're wondering, is he black? Is he white? Because the preacher is not telling. They're scared. Because if they tell them the real truth, they're not going to make any money into the church. So keep on going on. Keep them confused. And then they start blaming the white man. Start blaming the white man. Every time they blame the white man. And when they blame the white man, they get together. They take some alcohol, they take some drugs, and they feel good again. No, come on, man. You gotta cut that stuff out. We got to start tell them we got to get land and we got to get grains and we got to plant grain for our people to have food to eat. Just like what the white man is doing. Just like what the Chinese are doing. Just like what the Indians are doing. Why we're not doing that? What's wrong with us? We got two hands. We got two eyes. We can walk from right to left, and we're not planting grains for our people to have food. We are not planting grains for our people to have food to eat. We're not raising animals. We don't have big pasture of sheep, goats, and cows. And the white men have all of that. Huh? The white men have all of that. Then you turn around and call him blue-eyed devil. I don't blame you to call him blue-eyed devil, but the point what I'm making, you can do the same thing that he's doing. The same thing that the white men and the Chinese and the Indians are doing, we can do it. So why we're not doing it? And we got all the limbs like him. He got two eyes, two hands, 2 feet.
As I said unto you,
And we're not doing anything. He's the only one doing things.
for we to start.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't wake up, you're going to be messed up. So all the leaders out there that is trying to tell the people something, I want you to tell them like what I'm telling you. How can we get the land to plant grains? We need a new thought process. Hello?
Listen what I'm saying.
How can we make a car factory? How can we build ships?
From sudden destruction,
We need to build factories to make ships.
moving in on
Dry dock.
kill
We
our
need to
people.
build car factories.
Kill our brothers.
Buy the land way out.
Listen to me, brothers.
Thousand of acres. Either dollar an acre or 50 cents an acre. I'll go through the process of the government to get the land.
For the black man.
And we don't have to be waiting on this compensation for a slave. No, because you're not going to get any. Everybody else get it. So you're not going to get any.
Listen Listen to me carefully.
So when we start talk about that,
You fool around
we can revive the people's mind.
with no homosexual.
Put the Bible down.
Don't you fool around
Put the Jesus picture down.
with no lesbian.
And let's talk about, hey, we got to have food for our people, man. And we got to have houses. And we're going to
Come on,
stop
black man.
those women from killing the babies. So our race can increase. Forget about this bullshit, Jesus, and all of that. We're not going to talk about that.
That's some bullshit.
We're going to have food abundantly. And when we have food, maybe we can talk about that. But right now, we need to have food for our people. And that's what I'm talking about. So be good. Peace. I'm out of here.